Hi everybody, I'm Juan Martinez and I'm your PM instructor, and I want to thank you for choosing me to get you through this PMP milestone, and I'm very excited to meet with you February 14 through 17 in the Courtyard Inn off of Crichton Road in Pensacola, Florida. I am absolutely thrilled to be helping you to get you through this thing. So what is it that I expect you to do between now and the Tuesday the 14th before you get into class? Well, there's a couple of things. For right now, the most important one is I want you to remember to please limit your distractions between now and the end of your studies. It's hard to compete between life and studies and everything else when it comes to this certification. This certification is no joke, so I would like for you to do everything you can to try to limit your distractions between here and there, because the reality is it's tough to compete for your brain cells with many things in life. So I do understand life will get in the way, and that's fine, we can deal with that. But if you know there's going to be some competing interests, do everything you can to try to schedule around it so I can have every brain cell in your head when we start doing these studies. So that's the first thing I want you to do. The second thing is, attached to this email was a document called the 14-point matrix. And when you look at that matrix, you'll notice that there are hyperlinked boxes. There are 14 hyperlinked boxes. And keep in mind that what I would like for you to do is to watch every single one of them. Some of them are only 3 minutes long, and some of them might be closer to an hour long. But the reality here is that if you come to class having already watched those videos, when I go teach those items during class, I won't have to spend so much time, and we can focus on the other items that are on the exam. So these 14 things, I put them on the videos because those are the things that students keep telling me over and over again that they wish they could watch me teach it many times over and over, and that's why I put it on the video. So I need you to watch them at least once before the class begins, and that way again, we can focus on different studies when we get there. So that's number two. The other attachment that you'll have on the email is something called the matrix. Now I know it probably doesn't make much sense to you now, but you're going to have this matrix memorized before the class is over. But what I would like for you to have memorized before you come to class is the very top: initiating, planning, executing, monitoring, controlling, and try to memorize the 10 knowledge areas on the left. Now the way I memorize the 10 knowledge areas on the left is I see two clowns quietly having coffee, ripping paper swans. Now I know that sounds crazy, but if you look at the matrix, each one of those words, the first letter in each one of those words represents the knowledge area that we're talking about. So I means initiating, C means scope, 2 means time, etc., all the way down to stakeholder management. So again, I see two clowns quietly having coffee, ripping paper swans. The rest of the 47 processes will work together during the class to ensure that you can fill them in while we're in class. Now, it would be an extra bonus if you can come to the class with everything memorized already. That would be 2 thumbs up. But I understand that some people have a hard time memorizing this without having the information to hang on the framework. So, and by the way, that's what it's called. It's called the Project Management Framework, and I'm going to build that framework with you, and then we're going to put the information together during the class. So that's good stuff there for you. The other thing I'd like for you to do is, if you don't have a PMI application in the system already, I need you to send me an email. And you can send me an email at yourpmpinstructor@gmail.com, or I guess you could just simply reply to the email this video was on, and let me know when is a good time for you. I'm available any evening next week except for Tuesday. So I need about 30 to 40 minutes from you, so I usually do appointments starting at 5 p.m. All the way down to 8 or 9. The reason I can't do this is because I'm teaching a PMP boot camp in San Antonio next week, and I have to be able to be available during the day to teach, obviously, but at nighttime is when I do the applications. And again, I only need half an hour from you, and then we'll go from there. As far as the class goes, I bring in my own lunch, and I stayed in the facility, in the hotel conference room during lunch. You are welcome to join me during lunch, but if you want to go get something, there's plenty to eat there within that Crichton Road area. There's all kinds of restaurants, plenty of stuff to go get yourself a quick bite. But for me personally, I like to bring in my own lunch. And by the way, I will not be wearing a coat or a fancy shirt during the class. I'll be wearing jeans and a polo shirt and t-shirt, and tennis shoes. So I want you to be comfortable as well when you're in the class. So make sure that you dress comfortably and wear clothes. I always recommend in layers. Sometimes the classroom is colder than not. We do have control of the classroom temperature, but you know how that goes. 2 degrees and all of a sudden we're too cold again. So I would recommend you dress in layers and bring your favorite snacks and such. There is a coffee bar there in the area. You can buy your own coffee if you like, but bring your own power food that you need to make yourself smart during this class. So again, I'm really excited to get you through this. I want you to start memorizing and watching those videos and memorizing the matrix. I want you to send me an email telling me that you're ready to do the application, and come ready to learn. The class is 8 o'clock to about 5:30. A couple of you have already told me you have personal conflicts happening, that you'll be missing some of the class. I will work with you, but do everything you can to schedule that around that if you can, because the information is best learned in a group and people can learn from their questions and from their examples. So again, I'm thrilled to help you next week. I look forward to getting you over this hump. And remember, I'm going to be here until you get certified. Why? Because I'm Juan Martinez and I am your project management instructor.